going back to Proverbs tonight on day 325. We're going to go to Proverbs chapter 27, verses 1 through 6, and then we're going to specifically break down in more detail this last verse, verse 6. So, starting in Proverbs 27, verse 1, it says, "Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let someone else praise you and not your own mouth, an outsider and not your own lips. Stone is heavy and sand a burden, but a fool's provocation is heavier than both. Anger is cruel and fury overwhelming, but who can stand before jealousy? Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Words from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses." Let's read what the Application Study Bible has to say about specifically verse 6 there, that wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. What does this mean? It says, "Who would prefer a friend's wounds to an enemy's kisses? Anyone who considers the source. A friend who has your best interests at heart may have to give you unpleasant advice at times, but you know it is for your own good. An enemy, by contrast, may whisper sweet words and happily send you on your way to ruin. We tend to hear what we want to hear, even if an enemy is the only one who will say it. A friend's advice, no matter how painful, is much more valuable." And I thought that was interesting in the Application Study Bible, where it says we tend to hear what we want to hear. And if you go searching far enough and you go searching long enough, you will hear what you want to hear, especially if it's people that are living in and of this world. And people get terms, even very important terms like love, all twisted in their mind. It's like loving someone well is not just agreeing with everything that they do or supporting all of their ways. The version of love that I read in the Bible and that I grew up on is like, love is sometimes having the difficult conversation because you know that it's the best long term for you and that person. Love is just sacrificing commitment. It's doing the hard thing and not the easy thing. And if you just hang with the world and you hang out in environments of the world and patterns and rhythms of the world, the immediate gratification scenes of the world, you probably know what I'm talking about. You can find people that are seemingly friends or seemingly whispering those sweet pleasantries in your ear, but will send you on your way to ruin. Those things are not of your best interest. That's why I always say it's important to look in the mirror and take inventory and be like, hey, if someone's telling you something that is offending you or frustrating you, if it's especially if it's from a close friend, look yourself in the mirror and evaluate hey, is this actually for my good? And the same with conversations that you have is don't pull punches. If it's out of love and if it's in good intention and you've built a relationship with this person and you're close with them and you're an actual friend, you're not doing anyone a service to lie to some friend's face or to allow someone to go down some evil path. And again, we have to be careful as humans, right? Because we don't want to just look at down our nose all day long and point out all the specks in everyone else's eye, and we have planks in our own. But I think if it's truly a good friend and a heavy situation, we need to be honest with each other. We live in a world, especially nowadays, 21st century, where it's if a friend says anything to you that is slightly in disagreement with you, it's we start to connect a singular thought that someone has with their entire identity. And it's we have to stop. We have to remember it's okay to disagree. It's okay to get feedback that's just not tooting our horn at times. We have to just recalibrate and understand if we want to do what's optimal in life, if we want to do what's best, sometimes we're going to have to give advice or take advice that's hard to hear. And then I'll close with, I really like verse 5 as well. I like all of them. But verse 5, it says, "Better is open rebuke than hidden love." Better is open rebuke than hidden love. I think this all goes back to boldness. I'm just living in a season now. And I'll just say it, especially since the Charlie Kirk assassination. Just completely awful. And the people's reactions thereafter, completely awful. And there's evil that's just prevalent in this world. And I'm not going to sit back. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to read the Bible. I will never apologize for what the Bible has to say. I'm going to live the Bible out. And if people aren't on board with it, I'm not living for anyone on this earth. I'm not living to impress anyone or try to gain social points. Living for an audience of one. To be a kingdom maker, to be a follower of Christ, to be a vessel for Christ. And I will gladly every single day step into that calling boldly, which is what Charlie Kirk did, by the way. Charlie Kirk absolutely did that. It's been 7 weeks, I think now, 6 or 7 weeks, and I think there's a bit of a revival going on in this world. Churches are filling up. People are stepping out of their comfort zones, being bold, and that's what it takes. So again, let's continue to be bold. Let's not hide or retreat. With our friends and with our closest confidants, we can be open and honest. Because and again, I'm not taking away or adding to anything from the Bible here, but better is open rebuke than hidden love. Wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses. Let's think about what that means in our lives. Day 325.